Alright, so today's video, what I wanted to talk to you about was regulating your nervous system. That is the key to living a conscious, happy life. Honestly, me learning how to regulate my nervous system, first identifying when I'm overstimulated, secondly, knowing the tools that I need in order to regulate my emotions, and thirdly, actually regulating my emotions, bringing myself back to center and grounding myself. And so I want to tell you some techniques and things that I have learned in my journey in regulating my emotions, okay? First of all, let me start with my journey. So I suffer from anxiety. I grew up in a very traumatic household, so quite a bit of childhood trauma. I am a middle child, so I'm the perfectionist. So didn't want to do anything wrong, seeing siblings on the older side and the younger side cut up, and was like, let me be neutral. I'll be the good, quiet kid that stays out of trouble to avoid any conflict. So not knowing how to speak up for myself, people pleasing have all been a big part of my life. So learning about spirituality and clearing my throat chakra, having a backbone, setting boundaries has been very, very important to me. Also, trigger warning by the way, and also a bit of vulnerability. I grew up with an alcoholic father. God rest his soul. He transitioned in 2019 and loved my dad to pieces. I'm a daddy's and a mama's girl. And he transitioned, and living with an alcoholic can be very unpredictable. And so I bring all of that up just to express where my deregulation of my nervous system came from. So being raised in an unpredictable, violent household is what triggered me to have a dysregulated nervous system, okay? And so sometimes even talking about the past can overstimulate you, right? And so I was taught very much like, hurry up, get it done, quick, quick, quick. Like you couldn't really think. You had to just move really fast. If they said something, you have to respond back really, really fast. You can't regulate yourself. It's just like, do as I say and say as I do, like right now, get it done. And so I'm almost 42 years old, and I'm just now learning how to just be still and be confident and just being myself. And I catch myself when I'm cleaning or around people in social settings where I'm just moving. And sometimes I have a hard time sitting still. But where I'm at with it is now I have the tools and the know-it-all. I have the self-awareness to know when I'm being triggered or when I am in a stressful state. So I'll say, okay, I keep moving around. I'm just running in place. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm like, just scattered mind, running all over it, whether it be in the house, cleaning up, or at work, or even in social settings. I'm talking really fast, so I'm just like, da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay. You are safe, first of all. You're safe. And you are enough. And you are not that child anymore in that home. So you do not have to worry about hurrying up to do that task. So first I identify like, okay, I'm not gonna get in trouble. The dishes don't have to be done. I am safe. I'm grown. I live on my own. There's no one here to punish me. And it's okay. So I'm like, all right. First step, I've identified that I am overstimulated. And naming a thing is the first step to being able to take control of it. So I'm like, okay, I'm overstimulated. So some of the things that I do once I first identify that I am overstimulated, I'm like, okay, take a deep breath. So I just center myself, take a few deep breaths, close my eyes. I can put my hand on my chest and one on my stomach, which is underneath the camera, but it's there. Take a cleansing breath. Just relax. Lower your shoulders. Anchor yourself into your seat. And just relax and trust and know that you are safe. You are protected. All is well. It could be 5 to 10 seconds. Just stop and say, I'm in a trauma response. Let me slow down. Okay? That's one of the things that I do. And then I affirm myself. My inner child is needing to be regulated. And I just need some love at this moment. So let me just give myself some love to speak to my inner child, to let her know you're okay, you're safe, and I got you. I will protect you, and no one is going to hurt you. Okay? So that's first and foremost. Secondly, you can pinch like right here in between your thumb. This is a pressure point, and it does something to the brain. I can look it up at a later time, but you feel free to look it up as well. But it helps with overstimulation. My therapist taught me that. And you can do it on either hand, okay? Just to trigger to the brain. You can massage it, let it know. Sorry, there's a dog barking outside. You're safe. Let's regulate, okay? Also, eating something spicy helps. Putting something spicy in your system will help your brain to get off of the hamster wheel and to just regulate yourself. What you can also do, I'm just waiting for the dog to stop barking. Okay. Just gonna light some Palo Santos to center the energy. It is October 6, 2025. It is the first super full moon of the year. Very powerful. I feel very honored to be here recording on this date and to be bringing in some new content with this fully charged new supermoon, okay? There you go. There you go. It's okay. You got this, all right? What you can also do is listen to 432 Hertz, which is a very powerful healing meditation frequency. It instantly snaps you out. One of my favorite things to do though is to just doing that. I've learned that through scientific research, I don't know the exact name from it, but when you go the vibrations from your throat in between your ear, like your jaw and stuff, it sends signals to your brain to regulate your emotions. It helps so much. This is one of the best things that I do to regulate my emotions. Even if I'm in a public atmosphere, I'll go run to a bathroom or something. I know it sounds bizarre, but it really does help. And I'll just they go very powerful. Also, listening to that exact frequency in a YouTube video or on some sort of a playlist is healing. That sound, even in your headphones, if you can't make that sound yourself, put it on. It is amazing. I'll link some of my favorite videos down below so you can have them as a resource, okay? And just know that you needing to regulate your emotions doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. You simply are responding to trauma. You hear noise, you're dysregulated. You hear um, anything loud and violent, it's triggering you from when you were a child, and maybe you experienced violence in your household. For me, that was the case. So while regulating your emotions and identifying your triggers, what you'll realize is that your inner child is just seeking for peace. Peace from anything that may trigger you. It may be a loud noise or someone yelling or anything that reminds you of any violence or triggering effects that happened in your home, which was the case for me. Sometimes there was fighting, sometimes there was just like really loud noises, and so I can get really jumpy sometimes at loud noises because it's a trauma response for me. And so therefore I'm more of an introvert because loud noises trigger me. And also I'm an empath. We will discuss these things in a further video, but just recognize that there's nothing wrong with you. You just need to cater to your nervous system in that particular way so that you can feel safe again. And there is nothing wrong with you identifying and understanding that my childhood was chaotic, and so I needed to take a little bit of time to regulate myself in highly stressful situations or with arguments or violence or anything that may trigger you. Okay, so just pull yourself back, give yourself a few moments, whether it be going outside, going to the gym, going to the grocery store, going to a concert, friend's birthday party, whatever. You may just need a few moments to regulate yourself and just calm yourself. And that's beautiful that you can identify that, take your power back, regulate yourself. So even once you have regulated your emotions and you calm yourself and you're going back into a social setting which may be loud or alarming or triggering, you can go back in with a calmness, and you'll realize that this is not me experiencing my childhood trauma. This is just their noise. So you can separate the two, and then you can walk into it way more calmer and with way more confidence and self-control, and that will help you so much in the real world. If you have any tips, let me know down below. How do you regulate your emotions? How has your journey been? What tips do you use? And when did you realize that you needed to start regulating your nervous system? I'll let out.